All right, let's get into it because the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. And if you told me a year ago this would be a Sam Darnold ring, I would have asked what you were drinking. But here we are. This game was not flashy. It wasn't some video game box score Super Bowl, although the Seahawks did pull away in the second half. It was grown man football. And Seattle won it the exact way teams usually win championships. And so let's start with Sam Darnold because his play matters. This wasn't some magical, he finally turned into Aaron Rodgers performance. And I think that's the point here because Sam Darnold played within himself. He didn't force throws. He didn't panic when drive stalled. He didn't do anything dumb, frankly. There was a couple passes there where it looked like he really threaded the needle or it looked like he might have got picked. But at the end of the day, he didn't. He took what the Patriots gave him. He stayed on schedule and let the game come to him. And that's winning quarterback play. It's not hero ball. It's not ego ball. Just winning football. And so you could tell early on that Seattle trusted him, but more importantly, they trusted their process. They trusted their offense. And that brings me to the real star of the night, which was Mike Macdonald. And I'm going to keep saying his name because this was a coaching clinic. I mean, the first half of the game was basically Macdonald saying, we're not going to get cute. We're not chasing momentum. We're not trying to win Twitter. I mean, he literally kicked field goals over and over and over. Drive stalls, kick it. Red zone tightens up, kick it. Third and medium don't work, kick it. I mean, it was death by 3 points for New England in the first half. And you know what that does? It breaks teams down. It puts pressure on the other sideline. It tells the opposing offense that now you got to be perfect now. Now you need 7 points. And so I'm going to tell you right now, for Lions fans, I hope Dan Campbell was watching that last night because I love aggression. I think Detroit fans love aggression, but there's a difference between being aggressive and reckless. Points matter. You just saw it last night in the biggest game of the entire season. You don't get style points in February, you get rings. And when they got down there and didn't score, they kicked. Seattle didn't chase touchdowns that weren't there, and I'm sure they wanted one. They stacked points, they trusted their defense, and they forced New England to press. And I know it didn't quite feel that way early on, but at a certain point, those field goals started adding up. And on the other side, it was obvious pretty quickly that Drake May wasn't really ready for that moment. And listen, that's not a knock on his future. That's just reality. The Super Bowl doesn't care about what your potential is. It doesn't care about arm talent. It cares about command, timing, poise. He didn't have that last night. I mean, he just didn't. I saw Vrabel in the postgame talking about, well, we don't want to put it on him. I get that. I know he's supposed to say that as a head coach, but he just did not look good. I mean, he was fumbling, getting picked off. I mean, kid just wasn't ready for it. I mean, you could see it in the footwork. You could see it in the hesitation. You could see it in the way he started forcing throws when Seattle went up multiple scores. I mean, the moment got big and it stayed big. And that's why I don't think the Patriots are very close to another run, honestly. I think they're going to be good next year, but getting back there, I don't see that in the Patriots' future. Now, Seattle, I think they could absolutely be back. I do. And as a Lions fan, I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, the road through the NFC might go through Seattle. I mean, they've got a quarterback who doesn't implode. They've got a coach who understands situational football. And I watched Mike Macdonald when he was at Michigan. They've got a defense that travels. And most importantly, they have an identity. That's not a one-year fluke formula right there. I'm telling you that right now. New England, on the other hand, still feels like a team figuring itself out. And the Super Bowl is the last place you want to be doing that. And so I want to talk about some other things briefly, not necessarily a political thing, but some things around the game. Because honestly, this year's Super Bowl, it was a little flat to me. And I'm going to start with the halftime show because the Bad Bunny thing, I mean, I went in with an open mind, honestly. I tried. There was a ton of hype. I mean, for that amount of buzz about this guy, people were acting like this was going to be some all-time spectacle, and it just wasn't exciting like at all. I mean, this goes above and beyond the fact that I personally couldn't understand the words because I couldn't. It just felt like low energy. The beats weren't really hitting, kind of felt repetitive. And for a Super Bowl halftime show, it just wasn't there. And I'm telling you, I mean, the amount of buzz, the amount of whoop-de-woo that came with this guy in this halftime show, I was expecting like, okay, well, maybe if I don't understand the words, I'm going to be blown off my feet. That was not the case. I was kind of sitting there like, this is it? This is the guy? I mean, if you loved it, cool, no shade. But for me, just didn't elevate the moment at all. It was there, it happened, and then it was kind of over. And same goes for the commercials. I mean, this used to be the night for ads, must-see TV. And, a lot of them were forgettable. A lot of tech ads. The State Farm one was pretty funny. There was a couple that were pretty good, but for the most part, just kind of blah. I mean, few chuckles here and there, but nothing iconic. I mean, nothing people are going to talk about a week from now. And it kind of mirrors the game itself, honestly. Solid, professional, not legendary. Not really the Super Bowl that everybody wanted, but we got it anyways. And so I think for Lions fans that were watching this game, they're thinking, what about next year? Because right now, ESPN has the Lions ranked number 13 in their power rankings for next season. And I think it's a little low, but I guess you could argue it maybe feels about right. I mean, they're not irrelevant, but they're sitting right in that dangerous middle where that next step is going to matter. I mean, the window isn't slammed shut, but it's not wide open. It's not wide open like it was, I'll tell you that. And something of note that we had seen earlier this morning is that the next Super Bowl falls on Valentine's Day in 2027. And I'd really like to see the Lions get there for once. Super Bowl 2027 or bust should be the goal for this franchise. And I'm not talking about hope, because the Seattle Seahawks just showed you the blueprint. You don't need a superstar quarterback. You need discipline. You need to kick field goals. You need coaching that understands that points are points. You need a defense that doesn't blink. And you need to stop trying to win the press conference. Detroit has pieces. They don't have margin for error. And if Dan Campbell takes away anything from the Super Bowl, it should be this. Take the damn points. Build the lead. Force the other team to crack. Because in February and in the postseason, style gets you applause, but it don't get you trophies. Points do. My hat's off to Seattle. Seattle earned this one. Sam Darnold earned his ring. Congrats. Mike Macdonald, ton of respect. And I think the rest of the league just got reminded that championships aren't always loud. They're consistent. They're earned. Sometimes they're quiet. And we'll see how the next one goes. Keep it locked. You're listening to Midnight Sports Detroit.